If you own a fencing company and you're sick of paying for HomeAdvisor, Angie's, Google Ads for leads that are price shoppers, too small, or completely outside of your service area, stick with me for the next 15 minutes. I'm going to show you the boring Google Maps system that fencing companies are using to get 60 plus qualified leads every single month from Google, again, without paying for ads. It's not magic, it's not a hack, and honestly, it's not even that exciting, but it works. We've used this exact setup to turn dead Google business profiles into the #1 fencing company on the map in their city. And once you see it, you'll be able to copy and paste it into your own business. So in this video, I'm going to walk you through step by step. 1, how to max out your main Google business profile so you actually show up where the money is. 2, how to turn those views into real fencing leads with the right setup, photos, and reviews. And 3, how to open up a second Google business profile to double your coverage without doubling your ad spend. So let's get right into it. So if you don't know who I am, my name is Munir. I'm the co-founder of Vic Studio. We are a local SEO agency. We've generated over $12 million in tracked revenue for our clients across multiple industries in Canada and the United States, including fencing. You can see all the testimonials and case studies on vicstudio.com. If you want to see the proof, this is me talking with all of our clients and how happy they are with how much money they made with SEO. So why should Google Maps be your main priority? So when people are searching for a fencing company near me, the Google Maps section is usually the first place to look at. So let's say someone is looking for a fencing company in Pittsburgh. It's no coincidence that the first section that shows up is this Google Maps section right here. So I'm going to be talking about how to get you shown up here more often, because a lot of leads come through here compared to ads or even this section right over here. So this is the bigger driver of leads when it comes to organic SEO, and it can be a lot more profitable than Google Ads. So this is an example of a fencing company that's in Atlanta. This is their Google business profile right over here. They have 60 reviews, and this is how they appear on Google Maps. So you can see they're 20 plus for every single pin. That means if someone searched for a fence contractor Atlanta, this company, metro area fencing company, doesn't even show up in the top 20, meaning that they're not getting any leads at all from Google Maps at all whatsoever. Compare that to this other company in the same area. They're also in Atlanta, and for the exact same keyword, fencing contractor Atlanta, they show up #1 for this entire area. That means anyone who searches for fencing contractor Atlanta, they see this company, Fence Works of Georgia. This company right over here, they see them #1, meaning that they're way more likely to get the lead and actually close the job. So I'm going to break down exactly why this looks like this and how to turn it into this so you can get more fencing leads. So here's what you need to do to actually show up on Google Maps. The first one, and I can't stress this enough, is you need to have a physical address. So the bad example that I showed you has a service area business. So if I go back to this example and I go to their Google business profile, you can see that there is no pin, there's no physical address. This is just called a service area business, and you can see there's no physical address anywhere. However, if I go to the good example and I go to their Google business profile, you're going to see that it pins to an actual publicly facing address, which is crucial if you want to get any leads from Google Maps at all ever. So Google loves to prioritize businesses that have a verified physical address, and you'll notice that most of the businesses that rank near the top have an address. So I just searched here for a fencing company Atlanta, and I'm just going to scroll through all the ones that rank at the top, and you're going to see as I hover over them, each single one of them has an address. This one doesn't, but they have 1,400 reviews, meaning that they have more than these guys over here. But just because this person has 35 reviews and some other factor I'm going to mention, but because he also has a pin, he shows up higher than this guy that has 1,400 reviews. And if you just keep scrolling down, you're going to see more and more pins. So you have to get a physical address. It's non-negotiable. You need to do it. The process of verifying your Google business profile can be annoying, so I recorded an entire video on how to get your Google business profile address verified and what your options are if you don't have a storefront. It's called How to Get Your Google Business Profile Verified, and I'm going to put the link in the description. In the video, I even record myself verifying it for our own address, so you can see step by step how to do it. Step #2 of what you need to do is you need to get a DBA to improve your business name on Google Business Profile. So what do I mean? So your name is one of the biggest ranking factors when it comes to showing up on Google Maps. And any Google business profile with the word fencing or the word Atlanta, if that's the name of your city, in the name will have a much higher chance of showing up on Google. So if I go back to the search fencing company Atlanta, you're going to see that most of the people that rank near the top have either mention of the word fence or Atlanta or Georgia. So this company, Fence Works of Georgia. This company, Fence Contractors, and they have the word Atlanta. You'll notice that this Google business profile, Bravo Fence Company, has 2.2 thousand reviews. But just because this company has 35 and they have the word Atlanta, they show up higher because this matches what the users search for. So to do this the right way, you need to file a doing business as license with your state to add the city in your name. So instead of becoming Billy's Fencing Company, you become Billy's Fencing Company in Buffalo. That way, when you change your name and if Google ever tries to suspend you, you have a legal document from your state to back you up. And then in that case, Google can't say anything about your name. That's what it is. Next, you need to ensure that your primary category is set correctly. So it should be fencing contractor. If you go back to this example, this text right over here tells us what the primary category is. So you need to ensure that it is fence contractor. If it is anything else but fence contractor, you will just have a much harder time ranking for this. To check your primary category, you can just sign in and then go to the business profile manager, press on see your profile. Then you'll be taken to a page like this. Then go to edit profile. Then you'll see business category. And then this first one is called your primary category. So you need to make sure that this is fence contractor, not fence supply store, not just normal contractor, not home improvement, fence contractor. That has to be the first one. In regards to these other ones, they could be any other service. So yeah, make sure you don't have deck builder, don't have fence supply store, don't have contractor. It's a simple change, but it's a huge factor when it comes to showing up on Google Maps. Then you want to fill in all the products and services. This is not like a must-have, but it's a good to have. You want to add each fence type they actually sell as its own product or service. So if you offer wood, vinyl, chain link, aluminum, privacy, pool fence, fence repair, and the way to do that is to go back to this section right over here, press on edit products, and then you can add new products for every single line that you offer. You want to give each one a short description and link it to the matching page on your website. Next is weekly Google Business Profile posts. So again, this is not a huge factor. Like if you do this alone, you won't rank a lot. But again, this is another nice to have. So once a week, post something on your Google Business Profile. And to do that, you want to go back to your Google Business Profile. You want to press on post right here. And then over here, you can press on add post and actually publish something on your Google Business Profile. Here, you can post anything. You can post a finished job. You can say we just installed 180 feet of privacy fence, or just like a seasonal reminder. It takes 5 minutes and it just tells Google that this business is still alive and active. And again, it's not a huge ranking factor, but it usually won't hurt just having you do this. Next, you want to post quality photos on your Google Business Profile because as soon as someone clicks into it, they will be judging you whether you're liked it or not based on your photos. So Google profiles with a big, fresh photo gallery always get better leads. So you want wide shots of full yards, close-ups of gates, hardwares, different materials and colors, any trucks with branding if you have them. A homeowner should scroll and instantly believe that these guys have done exactly what I want in a yard very similar to mine. If you want a good example, this is in Toronto. They're called GTA Grizzly Landscaping, and they got good fencing photos like this. They even have a video introducing themselves. So this is some good quality work that is really good to have on a Google Business Profile. And then the last piece is reviews. So this is the big one. The fencing companies with green on their Google Maps like this usually have enough total reviews to be competitive in their city, and they have a consistent stream of new reviews every single month. Just because you have 100 more reviews than the previous guy doesn't mean that you should stop getting reviews. You need to continuously always get new reviews every single month. So this guy right over here, Fence Works of Georgia, you can see that he has 820 reviews, and if you compare him to all the competitors, they only have 3523. This person has 725, but again, because he has the word fence and Georgia, he shows up higher. So you need around 800 reviews to be competitive. So doing all of this, getting the right category, adding products, doing the business as license and actually changing your name, adding photos, and getting reviews consistently month after month is usually enough to take a fencing company from almost invisible to getting 20 to 40 organic leads a month from just one Google Business Profile. If you want me and our team to actually audit your current Google Business Profile, run a local Google Maps scan, and show you exactly how many leads you're leaving on the table, there's a link below to book a call with my team. We'll also build you an entire roadmap so you can see exactly what it'll take to have you ranking top 3 on Google Maps. If it's a good fit, we'll actually do all the work for you, and if not, you'll at least leave with a clear checklist of what to do. So now, once your main profile is truly dominant, here's when and how to open up a second one. So once you've done all of these steps, which could take you months, then you can open up another Google Business Profile in another area of your city. So if I go back to this example, you're going to see that this company is only ranking in this area right over here. But as soon as you enter into this area right over here, or this area, or even this area, you're going to see that Fence Works of Georgia is not going to get leads from these areas. What that means, though, is they need to open up another Google Business Profile so that they can start getting leads from this area as well. You only want to do this when your main Google Business Profile is already getting you enough leads, because there's no point in having 2 watered down bad Google Business Profiles. If you want another example, this is a company called John the Plumber, and you can see they have Google Business Profiles all across this area right here. So if I was to draw it out, this Google Business Profile gets them leads over here. This one gets leads over here. This one gets leads over here, and you're kind of getting the points. And there's really no limit as to how many Google Business Profiles you can have. The more you have, especially if each one's getting reviews, the better. Adding another Google business profile with another verified address can be the difference of getting double the amount of leads for your fencing company, and you're not stealing your ad spend with it. Each strong profile in a decent area can add 20 to 40 leads per month, and that's how you can climb past 60 plus leads every single month without pouring more and more money into ads. And if you do this right, your competitors will still be chasing HomeAdvisor scraps while your phone rings from people who searched, saw your work, read your reviews, and decided that you were the obvious choice. So I hope you liked this video. If you found it useful, give it a thumbs up. If you have any questions, leave them down below. If you want to work with my team, click on the first link in the description, fill out the form, and I'll see you on the other side. Hope you enjoyed it. Talk to you later.